In the heart of rural Nigeria, nestled among rolling hills and cassava farms, lay the village of Umuora. From afar, it seemed like any other Igbo community, ragged paths winding between mud brick compounds, women pounding yam in wooden mortars, children kicking rag footballs under the mango trees. Elders gathered beneath the ancient Iroko tree each evening, sharing proverbs and palm wine. But Umuora carried a hidden shame. For generations, no male child had ever been born with the gift of extraordinary strength. Every boy came into the world weak and ordinary, unable to lift more than his age allowed. Men grew frail early, struggling to till the soil or carry loads. Strength was a distant memory, spoken of only in old tales. The village had accepted it as their lot. Weakness was their identity, their unspoken curse. The family of Odu lived on the edge of the village, in a small compound with a leaking thatch roof. Odu and his wife, Neka, were poor even by Umuora standards. They farmed a tiny plot, barely enough to feed their 3 daughters. When Neka went into labor during the rainy season, the midwives arrived expecting another ordinary child. But when the baby boy emerged, crying with lungs like thunder, something impossible happened. As the midwife lifted him, he gripped her finger with such force that she yelped in pain. His tiny hands crushed her bones slightly before she pried them free. Oliwa, oh, she gasped. This one, he is strong. Too strong. Word spread quickly. By morning, the entire village knew a boy had been born who possessed the ancient strength that had vanished generations ago. They named him Kosh. Tragedy followed joy swiftly. Neka bled heavily after the birth and slipped away before dawn, her hand still clutching her newborn son. Odu, devastated, lasted only weeks. Grief and fever took him, leaving 4 children alone. According to custom, Kosh and his sisters went to live with their uncle, Papa Ngozi, and his wife, Mama Ngozi. They had one son, Ngozi, a boy of 10 who, like all males in Umuora, could barely lift a full bucket of water without straining. From the moment Kosh arrived, Mama Ngozi's heart twisted. As the baby grew, his strength became impossible to hide. At 6 months, he bent iron spoons while teething. At 2 years, he carried firewood bundles that grown men struggled with. By 5, he could uproot small trees with his bare hands. People stared when he passed. Some whispered blessings, this boy is favored by the gods. Others watched with quiet longing, remembering stories of their strong ancestors. But in Papa Ngozi's compound, admiration turned to poison. Ngozi watched his cousin silently, resentment growing like weeds. Mama Ngozi saw her own son's weakness reflected in Kosh's power, and something dark took root in her soul. One dry season evening, the village oracle summoned everyone to the sacred grove. The air grew still as the old woman, blind but seeing farther than most, emerged from her hut. The curse ends with the one who carries what was stolen, she declared, voice carrying on the wind. The boy born with the ancient strength shall rise. He shall become a great warrior king. Through his purity of heart, the weakness shall lift from all men of Umuora. The crowd murmured. All eyes turned to 7-year-old Kosh, who stood holding his elder sister's hand. The elders recounted the ancient wrong. Long ago, a mighty hunter lost his life in the forest. Instead of mourning with his young son, the village accused the boy of weakness for crying. They mocked him, beat him, stripped him of his father's hunting charms, the source of their ancestral strength, and drove him away. As he fled, he cursed them, "You have taken my birthright. May your sons be born weak for generations, until one comes pure enough to reclaim it." Now, that one had come. Mama Ngozi listened to the oracle's words with growing dread. Each day brought new praise for Kosh. Children followed him like a hero. Elders spoke of him with hope. Her own son faded further into shadow. She knew the prophecy's condition: only through purity of heart would the curse break. If Kosh's spirit was corrupted, if he became proud, violent, or cruel, the strength would remain his alone. One evening, as Kosh returned from helping widows carry water, Mama Ngozi smiled sweetly. "Drink this, my son," she said, offering palm wine mixed with herbs. "You must be tired from all your good works." He drank gratefully. The world spun. Darkness claimed him. Kosh woke to chaos. He lay in the village square, surrounded by angry faces. His body ached unnaturally, as if his great strength had been drained. A dead python, the most feared creature in their forest, lay beside him, its skull crushed. But everyone knew, no child, no matter how strong, could kill an adult python barehanded without weapons. It was impossible. He used his gift for evil, someone shouted. He hunted the sacred python, guardian of our streams. He has defiled his purity with pride and violence. Stones began to fly. Kosh crawled into a ball, confused and terrified. He remembered drinking, then nothing. Mama Ngozi arrived dramatically, dropping her basket in pretended shock. "What has this boy done?" she cried. "We took him in out of kindness, and he repays us with abomination." Kosh reached toward her. "Auntie, please. I don't remember. I would never." But she stepped back coldly. "The evidence lies dead beside you. Your strength has corrupted you." The elders gathered. "There is only one punishment," Mama Ngozi declared. "His strength must be bound. The charms that mark his gift must be removed." They brought the ancient binding cords, woven from sacred fibers that will suppress unnatural power when tied around the wrist of the guilty. Kosh struggled as strong men held him down. "Please," he cried. "I didn't do this. I swear by Chukwu." But the cords wrapped tight around his wrist, glowing faintly as they drank his strength. He felt it leaving him like blood from a wound. When they finished, he could barely lift his arms. Mama Ngozi watched with hidden satisfaction. "Now let us see," she whispered to herself, "how a weak boy becomes a warrior king." The village turned away. Children who once followed him now feared him. No one spoke kindness to him. He stayed inside, silent and broken, touching his bound wrist and wondering why the gods had forsaken him. Weeks passed. Then one morning, as Kosh fetched water with great difficulty, he felt something strange, a surge of power in his arms. By evening, he could lift light loads again. Within days, his full strength returned, greater than before. The binding cords had failed. Whispers spread, only the truly guilty remain bound forever. The innocent, their gift returns stronger. Fear gripped Mama Ngozi. She had paid a hunter to drug the boy and place the dead python beside him, a python killed with traps, not hands. But truth has long legs. The king's guards came. The hunter confessed under questioning. Mama Ngozi and those involved were brought before the palace. Justice was swift. On the day Kosh, now a young man of extraordinary presence, married the king's daughter, all Umuora gathered. As he stood tall and proud, unbound and radiant, something miraculous occurred. Across the village, men young and old felt strength flowing into their limbs. Boys who could barely carry firewood lifted heavy logs. Old men who walked with sticks stood straight and strong. The curse broke, not through violence or pride, but through the pure heart of a boy who never hated those who wronged him. Mama Ngozi and her son served at the wedding, carrying water and firewood under the hot sun. Each time Kosh smiled at his bride, Mama Ngozi felt regret like burning coals. Years later, mothers told their sons the story of Kosh, the boy hated for his gift, betrayed by envy, yet who saved them all through goodness. Be like Kosh, they would say. Strong in body, but stronger in heart. For true power comes not from lifting trees, but from lifting others when they fall. Umuora became known as a village of mighty men, prosperous and proud. But they never forgot the lesson: envy weakens the envious most of all. And Kosh ruled wisely beside his queen, teaching that the greatest strength is the strength to forgive, to remain pure when the world demands you become bitter. For innocence and truth, like buried yam seeds, always grow back stronger than before.